What did you say your ringtone was?
Not my ringtone, but my alarm in the morning. It was the Soviet Union.
That's
national.
probably why it stopped working.
No way.
Communism
How dare you?
Doesn't work.
That's why
It starved to death.
Yeah.
Shit. It's like, please, no more.
I'm going to send that phone straight to Siberia. That'll teach it.
Don't have a cushion, but like.
Oh, would you like a cushion?
No. I'd prefer to complain about it later on.
All right, sure. That sounds fine to me. Hello and welcome to the Spicy Boys podcast, the spiciest podcast in Brisbane. My name, I'm your host and friend, Mitchell P-Stack. To my right is the man, the myth, the haircut, Tyler Williamson. And this is the show.
Hint?
Pardon?
Is that a hint? Do you want me to get a haircut?
No, I'm just saying that you have a, that's what I call you.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, bloody haircut over here.
All right.
And this is the show where we talk a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of everything in between. But first, to our left is friend and guest, Harry Jensen.
Hey.
How you going?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really good.
Yeah.
Good
Harry,
stuff.
Who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is Harry. Some people call me your curly boy. Others call me Salamander. That's actually a legit a name that people call me. I'm very proud of that.
Who calls you that?
Not enough people.
Okay, we've been friends for like 4 or 5 years, and I've never heard anyone call you that.
It's kind of like a little secret name that I like to call myself. I want other people to call me too. So if you could reintroduce me as the Salamander, please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting to our left is the man, the myth, the Salamander, Harry Jensen.
Salamander! Hey, what's up, guys?
That's your catchphrase when you come on.
Hey,
the Salamander!
Salamander! Yeah, totally. I like flick my tongue around and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. It's basically all I do.
Does salamanders have any other like distinct attributes?
We can walk on walls. That's pretty sick. You want me to show you?
They do water stuff as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think
water
they're
stuff,
they're like semi-aquatic.
Semi-aquatic, yeah.
Some would say amphibious.
Wait, no.
I don't think that they're amphibious. I meant like
reptiles,
semi-amphibious. They enjoy the water.
I think if they spend a lot of time in the water, they turn into axolotls. Isn't that a thing?
I mean, maybe
don't know
thousands
how.
of years over evolution.
Just one salamander was like, I'm going to see where this goes, guys.
Just turns into some kind of weird-ass Mexican.
He's like, well, I'm glad. Jeez.
Very good.
Tyler, what are we talking about today?
We're doing another, go-to, testing some classic Aussie flavours over here. Today we're doing Zooper Doopers.
Yeah, summer is nearly over.
That's not good. I want more summer.
Even though the past couple of days it's been a little bit cooler, it's been a little rainy, but summer is nearly over, and there's nothing more summer. Perhaps there's the second most Australian summer thing after drinking a cold Kirks is a nice cold Zooper Dooper on a hot day. So we thought we would do a definitive ranking of the flavors of Zooper Dooper. Something that is everyone's got their preference, everyone's got their favorite. Harry, you said that you actually were not ever really that into Zooper Doopers, so that kind of that put you in a good place because Tyler and I have grown up with Zooper Doopers, and you've got a bit more as parents, as family members, best friends. So you're a little bit more of an unbiased.
Yeah. I have an unscathed tongue.
There we go.
I'm ready to use it.
But first, before we get into that, we would just like to do two things. First is, if you'd like to support this show, the best way that you can do that is to give us a 5-star review on iTunes. That's the thing that we would love for you to do the most. Second behind that is you can...
it's
what
a big
are you
ask.
laughing at?
Straight for the 5-star.
The second thing that you can do is make sure you're following us on our social medias. Tyler, where can you find those?
You can always find our social media on Facebook. We have a Twitter account. We also have an Instagram.
And if you see us post some stuff on that, give it a like, give it a share so people can see that. And lastly, you can hit up our Redbubble where you can find some lovely merch like the mug that Tyler's drinking from or the T-shirt that I just gave to Harry. Harry, how are you finding that shirt?
It's very comfortable. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Ooh.
Nothing at all. Do you think your roommate Cameron's going to be jealous when you come home wearing that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he definitely will be. He'll be erect. He'll be ready.
He'll be erect.
Yeah.
Absolutely fuming.
Yeah.
And I suppose the last thing that you could do if you'd like to support the show is to go. So we host in the house over at Event Cinemas Maya Center. Every second week, they show an old cloak classic.
Yeah, movies with lots of cloaks in it. It's so cool.
An old cult classic, something that hasn't been on the big screen in a while. They bring it back, put it on, and then we host that night. And it'd be lovely to see
some good movies. Yeah,
it's a good time. This week, they're showing The Right Stuff.
Yeah.
And there we go. Before we jump into the main meat and veg of the episode, though, our other thing that we like to do is ask, how are you going, mate? This is Harry. This is where we just talk about how we're going.
Doing, mate?
Oh, how are we
a
doing?
little quick check-in. Talk about some things that we've been into and watching and enjoying lately. Why don't we start with you, Harry? What have you been?
How you been doing, mate?
How you going?
I'm doing really well. Doing good. Trying to find a life outside of university. I graduated mid last year, and so I'm trying to find some just stuff to fill my time.
Nice.
I've started learning guitar, which is a really cool thing. Learning an instrument's probably a really good thing for people to do. You just get a different kind of mindset when you're
like me. I've been trying to learn how to play this music.
Wait, you're
for about a year.
Wait, every single time that pops up, that's not just a pre-recorded.
No,
thing.
that's Mitchell.
No, it's just me.
That's live.
That's live, Mitchell.
Do people know about that? Because that's really, that's impressive. I didn't realize. I thought you were just typing because you're a freak or something.
There you go.
All right.
You got an ear for the synth, man.
That's awesome.
You missed the trick by not being quite popular in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody was listening to you in the 80s, man.
Yeah, I know. They were like, man, get out of my way, future unborn fetus.
Get out of here. Yeah, no, I've been good. As I said earlier, I've been a little bit stressed just trying to move house. Which,
you're looking for a new house, aren't you?
Looking for a new house, and being a young male trying to move in with two other young males, it's not a very... not very achievable thing.
This is a recipe for trouble.
Yeah, nobody trusts us. Rightly so, too. Rightly so.
So if you're listening, don't give these guys a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it.
By his own words, they're untrustworthy.
I dare you, dude. I dare you to give me a house.
I fucking dare you.
See what happens. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Have you been doing any, you've been watching any TV or playing any games or
yeah, well, I've been
listening to any
playing
music or anything?
I've been watching... I started watching this weird-ass anime, but I got through a couple of episodes and I stopped because it...
Got weird-ass?
Yeah, it started to become like a titty anime.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
What was it about?
Vampires. You know?
Okay. Was it a Netflix one?
Yeah, it was a Netflix one.
I feel like I've seen that.
Maybe. Have you seen it?
I haven't
He
watched
turns
it,
into
but
a vampire.
I've seen of it.
Yeah, he turns into a vampire in the first episode. And
Oh,
the
shit.
next
Wait, what's
scene,
it called? Is it like Vampire Man Crybaby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that last night.
It's weird. He's got he gets a massive dick. He gets a huge dick. You know,
Well,
and
he's fast track from anime vampires to big old dicks.
dude, big old dicks. No,
Yeah.
he knows how to use it too. He knows how to use it. And I've been
Let
playing.
me tell you.
He's not here to fuck spiders.
No. And I've been playing a bit of PUBG. You know PUBG?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm aware
Yeah.
of PUBG.
Yeah.
I play PUBG. Yeah.
I'm trying not to because I'm god awful at it,
Yeah.
and every time I play it, I just get upset about how bad I am.
You ever
It
got
sounds
yourself
like-
a chicken dinner?
No. Oh yes,
Ah.
yes. Not in solos. Not in
No,
solos.
never in solos.
No.
My best was second.
Ooh,
But then, yeah.
I've gotten second before. That's tight.
It was tense.
Yeah, it
I was
is.
like,
It is. Isn't
and I just there was no contest at the end. I
No,
just
there never
fell
is.
over and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It sounds like Jordan when we used to play Destiny online, when we used to do the Crucibles, he would just play about 5 minutes and then be like, "This is so bullshit." He's like, "Shut him!" He gets so mad. I'm like, "Dude, just chill out. It's fine. Just have fun. Have a good time."
Yeah, I can't have.
We're
a good
both
time.
really bad at this, but just
Well, see, that was like me with Rocket League.
Yeah.
It was not having a bar of it. I was just so shit, and I
Yeah.
couldn't do anything about it. There was no I couldn't even
Yeah.
feel like I was fighting against it. I was just rubbish.
I need a game that can just make me feel good about being myself.
I'll make
know.
you feel good.
I'll make you feel good. That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
we'll play some games after this.
We can play some games. You can let me win.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
We'll play some Command Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. We'll play Smash, and we'll just wiggle left or right, and then you can just
Do a little bit of
Go
what
to
we do.
town.
I will. Been waiting for this.
Tyler, what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Spending a lot more time with the old girlfriend. She came back from America, so
Yes.
pretty much mostly spend time there. Got some sick presents as well. Got a custom-built lightsaber from Disney World.
Oh.
Tailor-made to my sort of lightsaber style. I got a big Clint Eastwood poncho, a little Lego figurine of me.
It's a big poncho with like
Clint Eastwood's face on it,
printed onto it.
He's like, make my day. And then, I think that was about it.
She didn't get me anything.
Well, you didn't get her anything.
Yeah. Oh. Did I get it?
No.
I feel like I did.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I didn't get her anything.
I was like, hang on a minute. Yeah, not much else.
Yeah.
Work, staff party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gonna wear some Hawaiian shirts.
I'm gonna go there until the tab runs out, then I'm
I'm
going home.
I'm absolutely of the same mind. Yeah, what you been up to, mate?
I have been catching up on my TV shows, getting back into a bit of crocheting. It's been enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you crocheted.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's very cool. Yeah, just for that.
I made that blanket that's on the seat there.
The Harry Potter one.
Yeah, the Harry Potter one. It was
Wow.
so difficult.
Wow. Are you sure you're allowed to do that?
No. Yeah, I've been trying to like play a game. Like I've been trying to like find a game that I want to play. Like I have games that I haven't finished and like that I could play. Like remember, like we started playing Red Dead again. I haven't got back. I haven't played that for like 3 weeks. I could play that.
I sort of feel the same. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good now.
I want to play. Like I keep wanting to play Skyrim, but then I play Skyrim and I'm like, this is boring now.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Play some Hearts of Iron with me, mate.
How about you play some Yu-Gi-Oh with me, man?
I'm having fun turning the world communist.
Yeah. So like I've tried to play a couple games, but I'm like, this isn't really going.
It's not tying you over yet.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll update everyone next week and see tell them if I found a game that I'm enjoying yet.
Very good.
Now for the main event. We've got some Zooper Doopers. The original flavors, the classic flavors. So Harry, did you never have Zooper Doopers really as a kid?
I mean, I've had Zooper Doopers before, but except it was never really something that was on the shopping list. You know, I didn't really see it in the trolley very often.
So did you just have them at your house ever, or like was it mostly if you went to your friend's house?
Yeah, it was mostly when I went to my friend's house. Like I kind of remember what they taste like, but I think that's just because like I know that there's a cola flavor, and I kind of know what cola tastes like.
I know what ice blocks taste like.
Look,
that's
I know what I think it should taste like.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see if it matches up with that.
Okay, Tyler, have you got a favorite flavor?
I do.
What? And do you want to share that?
No.
All right.
I know.
Keep that to yourself.
My favorite's raspberry.
Raspberry?
They have a
I'm
raspberry.
I'm always raspberry for most things. Like the, like the creaming soda's sort of got that raspberry taste.
Yeah.
And I'm always big on those. So like, yeah.
This is a weird thing that like I remember from being a kid was like, I'm not sure if it was just if there was more than like these two examples of things, but like I feel like a lot of things there's a couple examples. Yeah, I feel like when I was a kid there was like a lot of red and green flavors of things and like types of things. So there was like red and green apples, red and green jelly, like the jelly cups, and then at the tuck shop they had
red and green pies. It was really weird.
No, they had these little, basically like small Zooper Doopers, and they would just call them like lipsticks or something.
Oh, the
Lipsticks.
tampon looking ones.
No, they were just small Zooper Doopers.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they might have just had like a off-brand of Zooper Dooper and just cut it in half, and then they sold it for like 20 cents or 10 cents or something.
Oh, were they the really thin ones that were really disappointing?
No, they were just
mini Zooper Doopers.
Okay.
Yeah, just the same, just like shorter, essentially.
All right.
They were just Doopers.
But they had them in.
They cut the Zooper.
Yeah,
it's just
it
Doopers.
wasn't very Zooper.
They had
Dupes.
they just had red and green flavors,
Oh, yeah.
and I feel like, everyone's favorite color was red as a kid, and like everyone's favorite like flavor of things was red. So I feel like
you went against the grain.
I was just like purposely being like, no, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to have the green option of everything. So like I would always have like the green lipstick and the green like green apples and the green jelly.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's very bohemian of you.
So like that's why I never favored like raspberry or like anything like that, because like anything that was like a red flavor, I would gravitate towards something else because I was like, everyone wants that flavor. I want to have.
It
something
goes
else.
faster.
It does.
Like it goes fast
goes a bit
because
quicker.
everyone wants it, or like it goes.
Yeah, you could say
like
that
it
from
literally like flies off the shelf.
Yeah, I can guarantee if you throw a red Zooper Dooper and a green one, the red one will go further. Straight down the line.
But it's the
Unfortunately, we're not
steady
testing
wins the
that
race. Unfortunately, that's
We're
not
not
today's
throwing
episode.
Zooper
We're not
Doopers
throwing
today.
Zooper Doopers.
That's next week. Like they come for a house inspection. Like, why is all these like multicolored splats against your
Why
window?
do you have so many green and red stains on the windows? That's another thing that's been happening. We got a big leak in our windowsill.
Like the vegetable.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it green?
No, it's been raining a lot lately, and it just drips
over
on
there.
inside our windowsill, and it's like right where we put our TVs. So I keep having until 20 minutes before you arrived, Harry, there were both of our TVs sitting here
And if it rains again, there's going to have some moving around. Going to have to go.
because it just
Oh, it's
splatters against the
upsetting.
back of the TV, and I'm just like, I feel like that's wetter than a TV should be.
Yeah. It's been happening to my place as well. It's
Yeah.
getting a bit bummed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad.
Why don't we jump right into it, guys?
All right.
So,
go fetch Zooper Dooper.
what flavor, Harry? You're the guest. What flavor would you like to sample first?
I feel like I am going to enjoy orange.
Orange.
The
Okay,
best.
interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
So Tyler, why don't you go grab those, and
All
while
right, yeah,
you
fuck
do,
me, right?
while you do, I will bring up. We put out we put out the feelers into the internet and asked people what their favorite flavor of Zooper Dooper was.
Was that on Facebook?
It was on Facebook and on Instagram. So on Instagram, we got so we said, this week we will determine what is the best flavor of Zooper Doopers. Leave your thoughts below. And Jessie Cassandra Hall, very good friend of the show, said pineapple, and then she did the love hearts and hands in the air emoji. Aunt Trim, who is our friend and recurring guest, Anthony Trimboli, said cola is clearly the choice. That's right. Blackcurrant second, but only when all the cola's gone. Dougie Holt said wrong. It's fairy floss. It's the taste of freedom. Cameron Samarin says Def's Cola, TBHIMHO. So
Wait, what did he say?
Cameron's lost me.
Def's
he's
Cola,
lost a lot,
TBH
To be honest,
IMHO. In my honest opinion.
Oh, in my honest
In my honest.
I thought I
oven.
said I am HO. I'm like, what? Like,
I'm head over.
To
Yeah.
be honest, in my honest oven.
at least it's an honest oven.
Yeah,
And
he's a
then
very honest
on
man.
Facebook, we had a couple. I think we maybe just had one.
Did we?
Did you see that, Tyler?
I did not. Was it my grandma again?
It was your grandma.
Oh, God.
Oh, lovely.
I didn't even have to ask.
I'm just bring it up now.
Good on her. What a legend.
So Delcy Keslow,
That's a very grandmother name. isn't
And
it?
it's wrong.
Desley Kelso
That's it.
Desley.
Delcy Kelso.
says, "Not sure I've had one, but I think I'd go for lime." So good on you,
Yeah.
Tyler's grandma.
I love
You
it.
can
See,
have a
that's
go.
the green one.
Yeah, the green one. What? So you got
Wow.
you got an orange.
That was
you
nice.
Really
got
want to reverberate through there.
You got an orange flavor for us, Tyler.
Yes, we all have a nice
Ooh.
little orange.
So Harry, what we like to do when we do these tasting episodes is we like to break it up by introducing each as a round. So on the count of
Mine's
three.
stuck to the bottom.
On the count of three, we're going to say round three, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Round three.
Wait, it's round one.
Why did I say round three?
How about we do round
You're on
three,
the count
two,
of
one?
three.
on the count of one, we say round one.
But
Now you're going to have to cut it in. This is going to be the
No,
first.
so
We all
the-
went with it though.
Yeah,
we
no.
didn't question it before.
No, so what we'll do is we'll on round one we'll count to one. On round two we'll count to two.
All
On
right.
round 8 we'll count to 8. Okay, so on the count of one, round one. Okay, one.
Round one. That's really throwing me off.
So we've got orange. What do we think of the aroma? Can you?
Smells like
Smells
Smells
like orange.
frozen. Smells like a frozen treat. Can I ask your technique, guys, for trying Zooper Doopers? Were
Suck.
you suck? You
Suck.
always suck. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess suck until it loses its color, and then you eat it.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
getting hydrated.
But it also I kind of like to at the same time I feel like I kind of like to mush mine a little bit, and then it melts, and then you drink the liquid from the inside.
Oh, you got to save the liquid till the end, though. So, like, you what I do when I'm having my Zooper Dooper, I bite it, put it in my mouth, suck whatever I've got in my mouth. Once it's dry, I chew it. I do that till the whole thing's gone, and then there's just juice at the end. And that just sells
Wait, did
itself.
you say Zooper Dooper or penis?
You'll have to play it back to find out.
I'm going to put me saying penis in over you saying Zooper Dooper. So what are we, how are you feeling on orange, Harry?
It's exactly what I expected it to be. You know, it tastes the exact, like, you just think
Good.
of an orange thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Sunkist, a little bit of Sunkist.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like when we get into some of the other flavors, like bubblegum and
This is
Fairy
going to
Floss,
lose. It's going to lose its pace.
No, I feel like this is one that's very, like, it's very recognizable as the thing that it's flavored as.
It's traditional.
Whereas I think if you get into, like, a Fairy Floss, you're going to be like, well, this just tastes like a sweet treat. It doesn't necessarily, like... I never really thought that it tasted like the things that they were flavored as often. I'd just be like, oh, yeah, that just tastes good.
I mean, to some degree, it's just sugar.
Yeah.
But I'm like, see...
But this tastes like
it's
orange.
cold.
This tastes like
yeah,
orange.
but the
though.
thing is, and I very much subscribed to this school of thought as a kid, a lot of the times when there was orange-flavored stuff, you didn't want to go for that because that was like the boring one. You got all these cool shit going on, then there's orange.
I was that way for a very long time, and then I was like, you know what? I feel like orange is incredible, and I still feel this way. I feel like orange is incredibly underrated. It's always solid. It's like it's never
It's a liquid.
it's never like a bad choice. Like you're always going to be satisfied with, like, in terms of like what you're getting for it. I feel like it's very underrated. It's very like you're never going to be like, oh, that tasted bad, or like I didn't like that.
Unless you don't like orange.
You might be like, yeah, unless you specifically don't like orange.
Then
or,
don't pick the orange flavor.
But like you're never going to be like, that was bad. You know, you might be like, oh, I wish I had gotten something else, but you're going to be happy with the orange, like ultimately.
Always satisfies. It's an absolute classic.
Yeah.
So yeah, just general thoughts, guys. Pretty good.
I mean, yeah, you get what you're given here.
So what we do, Harry, is we will go through all of them and then we rank them. We
Yep.
have our own personal rankings, and then we'll create a
like
communal
a
ranking
communal.
for the three of us.
If you
Just like with
guys
the
don't
Kirks.
want to like finish them off because you want to like, I don't know, save room or like, yeah, just put them on this one and I'll go get a proper glass.
And then
But
the
it would
loser
just-
has to drink them all.
Yeah, it's going to be like some sort of insane liquid.
While you go get that, I want to have a little bit of a complaint to you. Why
Okay, sure.
does Spicy Boys Podcast not have a Twitter?
It does have a Twitter.
It does have a Twitter. Are you fucking serious?
I feel like we didn't say it earlier, but it does have a Twitter.
Shit. All right, look, because
Did you say Twitter? He said Twitter.
I made a Twitter account relatively
I thought
recently.
you were going to say I made a Twitter account just to follow Spicy Boys.
Yes. I had a specific photo and a specific like little tagline that I wanted to tweet at you guys because I thought it was funny. And I tried to look you guys up and I couldn't find it.
We're definitely on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, this has changed everything.
Well,
I don't even know what
while
anymore.
Tyler's getting the next flavor, why don't you bring up our Twitter?
I'm going to bring up the Twitter, folks. Also, a little throwback to one of your earlier episodes about Kirks.
Yeah.
One of my favorite flavors wasn't represented. And I don't know whether or not it was because it wasn't a part of like the...
It wasn't
Classic.
in the taster pack. I think
Wasn't
that
in
we
the
had.
taster
I think
pack,
we just
yeah.
had like the pack from
Yeah.
Costco.
I
Yeah.
think my favorite flavors are both the ginger ones. I'm a big fan of them. Like ginger ale,
We had
beer.
ginger beer. We
Yeah,
didn't have
the
ginger
old-
ale though.
The old stony ginger
Yeah.
beer.
Ginger ale is definitely my favorite. I just like the way it looks, the way it tastes, the way it hurts my throat as it goes down. You can't go wrong.
Do you want to put in penis again there as well? You can have the big one. Oh god, it's really refusing to come out.
You gotta make
It's
it.
gonna be a
Gotta
real-
make it work for it.
There's got a lot of bad sound bites you can get out of this one.
Round two.
All right.
So what have you got for us this time, Tyler?
Oh, I've picked out the pineapple. It's coming in nicely this season.
It smells really nice.
Yep, I agree.
See, I enjoy that flavour more than the orange.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's actually really tasty.
Mm.
It very much tastes like canned pineapple.
Yep.
But that's not a bad thing, you know.
I
No,
can't
and-
say I've ever had canned pineapple. Or like, I mean, I've had pineapple like twice or something in my life.
When you're as poor
If
as
you've
me,
ever eaten Hawaiian pizza, then you would have had canned pineapple. You've never eaten a Hawaiian pizza in your life?
You know how I feel about pineapple on pizza.
I do not, but I'm guessing negative.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's,
Not.
like,
I just.
that's fair.
I've never
but I
had
feel-
Hawaiian. I always went meat lovers.
Even like if someone there was a there was a Hawaiian pizza and then
I
that
probably
was all
just
that was left.
would have picked off the pineapple.
it's very
You would
close-minded
have
of you.
tasted the juice.
I don't think I've ever eaten one. But I mean, yeah.
Yep.
I'm absolutely closed-minded with that.
Pineapple is great for you, though.
I personally did not ever like pineapple, like just in general, and I have eaten many a Hawaiian pizza. because it would just be like, oh, that's all that there is.
I go out and
Good
buy
idea.
pineapples like relatively regularly.
I like pineapple now.
Yeah,
I'll eat it if it's in my cocktail.
I went through a stage of just eating a lot of pineapple, mainly because I read somewhere that it makes your semen taste good. I know we were all thinking about it.
I knew exactly what you were doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if it worked or not. I'm not game. You know.
you didn't taste it?
No.
Surely you can get a field test going on though.
A
Like,
little bit.
yeah.
Put little samples out. You know, lemonade stand kind of deal.
Oh, it's gross.
No, but except you tell your audience what they're
Exactly
what they're eating.
what they're getting
Yeah,
it for, and
so
then
you don't get.
everyone's
sued.
like, "Oh, okay," and then they just
they down some.
Oh,
You've got
okay.
you got one pineapple and one.
they're
not.
like, "Yeah, I know. Just let me drink it."
No, some guy up the road is doing the exact same thing.
But he charges way less than you do.
Yeah. Oh, I saved that one.
Yeah, you make them pay for it. You charge for it. What are we thinking?
Well, yeah. Personally, I think it's better than the orange because it's just more interesting.
I'm very surprised about how much I liked it. I can still actually taste it, you know, on my lips. It's really nice.
How you doing there, champ?
I also enjoy it.
Good.
Very good.
Round 3.
Tyler, we're starting without you.
Uh.
So we've got here one of my favorite flavors. Tyler, why don't you explain what you've got for us?
It's blackcurrant.
Blackcurrant. Harry, did you say did you have a favorite flavor at all?
I thought my favorite flavor would have been orange,
Okay.
but so far it's been the worst. Not that it's been bad, but I just haven't enjoyed it as much as
That's
pineapple.
So far out of the two that we've had,
Yeah,
It's a 50-50 split.
yeah.
I like the color of this one.
I originally thought this was grape. Just looking at it,
Yeah, that's what would be reasonable.
Is
I
there?
don't know why it would be
Is
why
there a grape?
blackcurrant.
Is
No,
there a
there's no
grape?
grape.
Oh.
I think the sour flavors there's a grape.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a sour watermelon. Well, that's gone right on my teeth. Oh, I need to warm my teeth up.
We
now.
all need to go to the dentist more often.
No, I don't have sensitive teeth. I just like straight up did nothing but taste it with my teeth. Didn't even touch my tongue. I just sort
That
of.
doesn't sound like you tasted it then.
You have no idea.
I don't. What are you talking about?
I feel like this is the kind of Zooper Dooper that would change the color of your tongue, like quite a lot.
That's fair. I feel like we're probably all going to have funky colored tongues after this.
Yeah, but except this is a color that really stains.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really get orange stains on your tongue. This is
Use
something that'll
orange.
stick. A little bit too deep.
Tyler's dead.
Use orange to remove stains. Oh dear. Yeah.
Thoughts on the flavor?
Tasty, I find, but like
It was tasty. I don't think it was as good as the past two. It was a little bit more complex than the orange, but that doesn't mean it was better.
it's almost a bit reminiscent of the orange for me,
Mm.
with a strange.
I'm still quite a fan of this. I like the color as well. I think that plays a big part.
I love the color. I love it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like the taste. It doesn't taste the way I
wanted it
think
to.
That's fair. That's fair.
It
Doesn't
tastes
taste like as nice as the color looks.
It tastes more manufactured than both of the other ones. The other
Yeah.
ones kind of tasted like they're fruit, whereas this, for me, just kind of tastes like cordial.
Get ready for fairy floss and
Oh,
bubblegum.
boy.
Oh, that's gonna. Yeah.
It's gonna knock me off my socks.
No, I'm glad we didn't have Jordan on this one because I feel like he'd be constantly complaining about flavors.
Fuck, he's
tastes
annoying.
fake.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Christ.
He'd be like, "Oh, no, I want 100% real fruit juice Zooper Doopers, please."
Round 4.
And I had a shower this morning, and no
Did you try
joke.
eating orange in the
Yeah,
shower?
I haven't done it yet, but except I'm certain my housemate Cameron has, because I have found, you know, the little stickers that you get on the oranges?
Oh yeah, sure.
I found that stuck on the floor of my shower, and I have no other words for it.
Yeah, apparently it's just a Tyler, we're talking about eating an orange in the shower.
Yeah.
Apparently
does
it's
that do
quite
for
a
you?
sensation. Like
Yeah.
apparently it really ups the game of eating an orange.
Because you can really just go ham at it. Because usually
Like,
there's a lot of
You
mess
just, and I think
involved with
part of
eating
it is
an
just like
orange.
enjoying like getting it all over you without making any mess because
It's more of a
you're in
sense
the
Well,
shower.
there's so much fucking innuendo in this.
It's a sensual experience rather than just eating it. Just rub it around a little bit. It's good
taking
for your pores.
orange eating to the new levels.
You ever heard of grapefruiting your man?
Yes.
It's the same thing, but with an orange. You got to eat the orange first, otherwise it kind of ruins it.
So what flavor have you got for us today, Tyler?
I've got the bubblegum.
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 Wait, so this is a light blue color. This was one of my favorites as a kid, I think, just because I liked the idea of it being bubblegum flavored.
See, the bubblegum is usually flavored like other things, like strawberry and watermelon and whatever.
I feel like there's like a classic sort of bubblegum flavor, though. Like just like plain bubblegum.
There is, and does this match that taste?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like when I was a kid, I never really, thought about like how it actually, like the flavor really. I was just like, Zooper Dooper, give me the bubblegum flavor Zooper Dooper. And I'd be like, yum.
Is that what you sounded like as a kid?
Yeah, I'd be like, give me the bubblegum flavor Zooper
You
Dooper.
sound like a fucking terror.
No, it was like, I sound like
you had a crocodile's head.
I sound like a 40-year-old man, like, like voicing an Australian kid in a cartoon, be like, "Whoa, give me the bubblegum flavor, mum."
You actually sounded like as a child. You sounded like a 40-year-old man doing a cartoon Australian voice. Your parents were very concerned.
That's strange because when I was a kid, I actually did sound like a 40-year-old man.
Just
Hey, ma.
I sounded like a Teletubby, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Really?
It took a long time for the balls to drop, and then
That's
it was
really
like,
cute, though.
and then it went like this.
You've got really nice big eyes. I feel like that would suit a child.
It was like, apparently it's easier to see without glasses. Because I'll be at work and they'll take my glasses off and they'll be like, "Oh wow, look at your blue eyes." I'm like, it's not like
sorry,
glasses
I thought you meant in general. Like it's easy to see without glasses, and I'm like, I strongly disagree.
Yeah, no, I can't see shit now, but yeah. And I'm like, guys, you can still see my eyes with my glasses on.
Yeah, I never get that. People are like, "Oh, you should not wear glasses often." Like, not that I wear glasses.
Yeah,
but I'm just like, how about you should just appreciate that person, as the way that they are. Like,
it's like when they take off the glasses in the movie. And it's like a nerd, and they take off the glasses, and it's like, wow, there was a beautiful woman under that the entire time.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't fucking see it. Like, if anything, the glasses you could see it more because it like might slightly magnify her eyes.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you're less attractive now that you've taken your glasses off.
It's like, wow, you're normal now. You're like one of us. Welcome to the club.
You don't look like a filthy nerd anymore. You're a beautiful woman. So bubblegum, what do you think?
To be honest, if I had to say the flavor, the words that come to my mind are blue sugar. I'm just tasting blue sugar.
There is on the end of it, there's notes of like classic bubblegum flavor, but it's not strong.
See, I'm also not too familiar with what classic bubblegum.
Have you ever had Outrageous Original Hubba Bubba?
No.
Was it called Outrageous
It's called
Original?
Outrageous Original. Like, you know how there's like Groovy Grape, like
And it's
I see.
outrageous
Original, which is just, like, if
Just
anything's going to be
outrageous.
outrageous, it's not going to be
It's a bit
the
of an
original flavor.
oxymoron, isn't it?
Exactly. Or just like like normal, like the kind of gum that you would get like tattoos in.
Oh, the shit stuff.
Yeah, that's the flavor.
And that's
like
what this
normal
tastes
gum.
like.
I feel like it tastes better than that, but it doesn't come with a tattoo, so it loses points there.
Yeah.
This just kind of tastes like blue to me, and I've never really been a massive fan of just like the blue flavor, Gatorade, and actually it kind of tastes like Fairy Floss. I had a thought that this was Fairy
we got
Floss.
Fairy Floss as well. So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see how this
excited to
goes.
see how they compare.
Well, let's do that one next. And this is round 5?
Round 5.
All right, I'll start recording again. Jeez.
Do you want me to? Should I repeat it?
Sure.
Well, so I brought in a little gift. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's a bit of a shit one. And I thought, what could I bring into a podcast because people are just listening to it? And I got a really cute little
nice.
keyboard here. And so very quickly, I just want to take you away to
Go for it.
the fantasy setting. So just imagine you're walking through.
I'm just gonna fantasy. I'm just gonna imagine. We're opening up on J.R. Tolkien's Middle Earth. Oh, it's taking me there immediately.
Nice.
It's a little bit more spacey.
That sounds-
I feel like we're in like sort of like an 8-bit text adventure.
Yeah,
that's
or-
curious because when I hear
sounds
that,
very
I feel
much like Legend of Zelda kind of.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? It is. It's curious you'd say that because when I hear that, I kind of feel like killing myself. No, I take that back.
Of course, Legend of Zelda.
This was a gift from my beautiful girlfriend.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
She didn't get me anything.
Did you didn't get my girlfriend anything?
Did you
either,
get her anything?
Yeah.
I didn't.
There's been a bit of a recurring trend here, Mitch, of not getting our girlfriend stuff.
Well, it's a two-way street. You got to give me something first. So we got bubblegum flavor here.
No, this is Fairy Floss. We just did
that's right.
bubblegum.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
We got Fairy Floss. It's the interesting thing is like with the Zooper Doopers, there's the raspberry flavor and the Fairy Floss, and and they're basically it's very similar color, except Fairy Floss is slightly.
No,
pinker.
raspberry's darker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. That's very sugary. I'm scared I'm becoming like Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah, I get
the fairy floss.
I do,
think
yeah.
so.
I feel like the bubblegum and the fairy floss are a very different spectrum of flavor when compared to all of the organic.
Yeah, because everything
flavors.
else is just fruit flavor, and then
Yeah.
it's just like bubblegum and
cola.
yeah.
I
Oh,
much
cola,
prefer this one to the bubblegum.
Yeah.
The fairy floss is
It's
far
like
superior.
It seems like a bit of a deeper taste.
David, yeah.
It's a deeper.
What does it mean, though? What is it trying to
I'm
say?
swirling it like a nice red now, trying to find some meaning in the glass of my
God,
fairy
It is
floss.
such a good reflection on all the lives that we've lost in the 20th century. And
in the 20th century. Jeez.
oh yeah. It's taking us back, black and white.
There were a lot of lives lost.
I've seen this thing that's like it's like a meme of like someone being like, "Oh my gosh, that's genius! How's no one ever thought of that before?" And someone's like broken up all these flavors of Zooper Dooper into a glass and then just poured goon over it.
Well, funny that, because we have a lot of Zooper Doopers now.
And
was
we
gonna
have
say-
a lot of goon.
I thought you were gonna say we have goon. I'm like, no, we don't. Not
No.
at the moment.
We're classy like that. We don't have a ready stock of goon available.
We put our wine in bottles,
Yeah.
not in bags.
We did in year 12, or rather, Mitch would always bring goon to a party, and he'd be like, "Tyler, do you want to go the goon with me?" I'm like, "Is the Pope a Catholic, mate?"
And I'll be like, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really.
I mean,
I don't know
I'd
much
say
about the Pope.
I'd say I'm 99.9% sure that
I
the
don't know
Pope
much about the Pope or Catholicism, so I cannot be
You're gonna
certain.
stand out field for this one.
But did you drink the goon?
Yes.
So you know what? As far as field tests go, the
Yeah.
Pope's a Catholic.
Hallelujah.
A couple years ago, I realized I was like, man, I can't bring goon to parties anymore. I get way too wasted.
Yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
a little fat lamb.
Yeah.
I love
Oh, little fat lambs.
Mm.
Only $8. It's so good.
Fairy Floss, guys. What do we think of this flavor?
Yeah, it's actually going to be up there for me.
Yeah, you think so? Harry, where are you placing this one?
I'm
you think?
inclined to continue to taste it,
Mm.
which is a good sign.
It's bringing you back for more.
You
It's
thought
not
you were
letting go.
out, but it keeps bringing you back in.
Like I can't keep doing this, and it's like you want to.
Just let me die. Come back. It's like the defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Defibrillator. What are they called? Defibrillator.
Oh fuck! No, I can't say.
Defibrillator.
That's the one.
Defibrillator. God, you're so eloquent.
Thank you.
The one thing in Left 4 Dead you don't want.
You know, I have a strange feeling that water doesn't cleanse your palate. You have to like sniff coffee or eat like
Yeah, but it'll wash the flavor, like the residual flavor out of your mouth. You know.
Oh, so you want like a little.
I mean,
Like a
we're not
combination.
getting too much of the aroma of.
That looks good coming out of that tube. I just want to say that.
I had a good coffee today at work, so now I feel like another coffee.
God, I am just crackers about coffee. I have an unhealthy addiction.
I
stopped eating. I
stopped eating coffee.
coffee.
That's a
I
good
was
thing,
like,
Mitchell.
Man, I cannot keep doing this to myself.
Have you started drinking
This doesn't taste good.
Just
I
like
don't know what everyone's
Whole
talking about.
teaspoons of instant
Why
roast.
is everyone talking about how much they love coffee? This tastes like shit.
It's because you got to have sugar with it, dude.
Oh, of course, right. I was
A
eating
mouthful of sugar and a mouthful of fucking
Coffee.
Macoma.
No, I had to stop drinking. Oh no, I didn't have to stop, but I realized I was like, coffee's not. It's not really for me. You know, I don't think. Like, I don't mind the taste of it now, and I will. I'll drink it. If it's early in the morning, I might consider having one. But I just realized I'm like, I think I'm just better on tea. I think
You are
tea's
a tea
better for
man.
me.
I've ascended to getting the pre-ground coffee from Merlot Cafe, and I buy them in the kilogram.
I tried to whistle
And eat it.
Yeah, well, no, I don't eat it. No, I don't eat it. I sniff it mostly. I just chuck it.
It's so good.
Snort it.
Percolator.
No, there's truth to that. When you open
it
the
smells
bag
good.
and you're just like,
Oh, god damn.
I mean,
that smells so good.
I mean, it smells strong. I wouldn't say that I enjoy the smell because I'm not crackers about coffee. I don't know.
I've never been. Oh, that was a bit loud. I've never been into coffee for the I drink it to wake up. I just drink it because I really like the taste.
I really do.
I think part of the reason I don't enjoy drinking it so much now is because I'll feel good for about like half an hour to an hour, and then I come down. I start feeling really anxious and I sweat a lot, like even more when I drink coffee. Especially if there's something that, especially if I haven't eaten much that day, and if there is something that I am like nervous about, then it just fucks me up. Like I remember,
You'll get the shits.
I had a cocktail test at work, and I had like a double shot coffee beforehand, and then like I really did horribly on the test, and then I was like so anxious. I was like shaking because like I was like, my boss is gonna come down and be like, "What the hell, Mitch? Why are you so terrible at your job?" And then yes, I was like, maybe I shouldn't drink too much coffee anymore.
It's just the risk that you have to take, though, isn't it? Every time you do any kind of drug.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, like I think I'm doing all right with most forms of drug, like alcohol and coffee, and like I'm just like, yeah, never really from the get go, never have a bad effect. If I have too much, obviously, it's gonna tip the scales.
And you know what you do when you're feeling a little bit calmed down, you're having that anxiety. You just have another coffee.
You just keep it going.
Yeah, have a little bit of more coffee.
And I can't drink coffee like too late in the day because otherwise I won't sleep.
Then you won't sleep. Yeah.
I don't get that either.
No, neither do I. But I think that's because some of me might just be desensitized to the coffee.
We just really like our coffee.
I only started
I
drinking
love my
coffee.
coffee.
I only started drinking coffee like 2 years ago. Like I had my first coffee like 2 years ago
Oh yeah.
because I never liked the taste of coffee ever.
I started just just after high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm at uni. Well, not uni. I'm at bloody TAFE now, but I got to look like a student, so I'll have a coffee.
Yeah, I would just have hot chocolate.
Sounds like we're recovering coke addicts or something. Like I started using about like when I was 18, just to take the edge off.
Well, see, that I started doing coffee to get off the coke. Because all through high school, I was mad. I'd rock up to class like scared. So keen to do some math.
Hello, and welcome back to the Zooper Doopers episode.
Oh, you're going to cut that? I think that's some quality.
No, I'm just saying this is the Zooper Dooper episode where
it is
we're
the
on.
Zooper Dooper.
Yeah.
We've got the coffee. I know we have got the cola flavor. Man, coffee flavored Zooper Dooper. I mean, that sounds like something that people might like.
I don't know about that.
It might just taste like shit.
It'd be like
It'd
a
just
wet
be frozen
iced coffee. If like you can imagine an iced coffee being more wet than usual.
It'd just be
like a wet coffee.
No, it's just
overly sweet.
It's just say a wet coffee.
What do you mean a wet coffee?
Like if you over.
I feel like it'd just be like it'd be like it'd just be like a frozen long black.
I've had a iced long black before.
How do you do that?
You get cold drip coffee.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, no, I mean we can make ice long black. You just put more water and you just fill it up with ice and put
ice
more
cubes.
water in.
Put ice cubes in it.
Yeah, but surely like it'd still be quite hot from boiling water.
No, because you fill it with ice and then.
Well, how long does ice take to like stop boiling water from being insane?
Not very, because ice is very cold.
Boiling water is very hot.
You put in a lot of ice.
A lot of ice.
Put in a lot of ice.
And then put it
We're
in
back
cold
on the
water.
drugs now.
And back to cola.
Cola.
This was Anthony's favorite flavor.
And
Cameron.
Yeah. So this we've got the advantage of some nice liquid in the glass now as well.
Yeah.
Because real gentlemen eat their Zooper Doopers from a glass.
In high society.
I
was thinking like, as a kid, you always like cola stuff because it's like, I was thinking now, I'm probably going to find it. It's a bit overrated. I'm going to try and go back off the coffee. Fucking hell. The cola taste trend.
Maybe you should get off the coffee. It sounds like it's on your mind.
But no, now that I've had it, I'm like, I can definitely see it's going to be up there for me. It's quite tasty.
I think that this is good, but this is like, it tastes like everything else that's cola flavored.
Yeah.
If you went to 7-Eleven, you went to the Slurpees, and you could only choose one flavor, let's be honest, you're probably not going to choose the cola flavor, right?
Yeah, I choose raspberry.
Yeah. Cola's nice if you have just like a little bit of it, like every now and then, because it goes well with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this does not taste as good as I thought it would. It does taste like
feeling
Coke. It does taste like cola, but it doesn't taste. It doesn't taste as Coke as I would like it to.
Yep. So I think this is, for me, this is gonna fall down the list.
Yeah.
I mean, it's none of them are bad. You know, we usually say that on every ranking that we do, except for the beer one that we did.
Well, quite a lot of them were bad.
But yeah, this is probably not going to be high on my list, my personal list.
Yeah.
Round 6.
So we've got raspberry flavor here, or as I like to call it, raspberry.
Never heard you call it that before.
Why would you do
How
that?
many times have you heard me say raspberry before?
At least once.
Right. Was that earlier when I said raspberry? Like just earlier?
At least twice.
You've said raspberry just then, haven't you?
Yeah, but I'm using the term that most people are familiar with. I mean, when I'm
Everyone.
amongst my
Everyone apart from
when
you.
I'm amongst my close friends and family, we all call it raspberry.
All right.
So it's a redder flavor. What do you think of the color first? What do you think?
Very
of
similar to
and the smell.
Very similar to fairy floss and look.
Yeah.
It's a deeper flavor though. I mean, deeper color. Sorry.
I'm going deeper.
It is. It looks tastier too. Like the more deeper it is and the darker it is, the tastier it looks. In my opinion.
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of sexual innuendos here.
It really is.
In your endo.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh boy.
A salamander.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you get the salamander. You
That's
get,
fucking it, dude.
it's brilliant.
Yo, your hands sticky? Because they will.
No,
be.
because
we haven't got that part.
because I'm like we're not touching them. We're drinking them from a glass. But then I'm like, oh, you're talking about handling the salamander.
Yeah, dude. That's me. Follow me on Twitter, guys.
You know what? Where can they find you on Twitter, Harry?
My name is Don Pepperino on Twitter. And you can
Really?
look me up. Yeah.
Do you want to plug?
Oh Christ! No. That's a bit dead at the moment. I feel like if I posted on that,
I mean, but they can go back through and
yeah,
and
you
see
can
the
go back.
catalog.
Yeah. omgsorotable.org. If you look that up on
Facebook,
and you go straight from the beginning, it's actually a really nice journey.
Yeah, there's quite a
rotates.
I quite liked how you weaved a narrative into that meme page of there being a takeover.
A bit of a takeover from Fado Rotata. Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's
yeah,
really good.
go search OMG so rotatable on Facebook.
.org.
.org, sorry.
omgsorotable.org.
Yeah, final thoughts on raspberry?
I still find it quite pleasant.
It is. It's inoffensive.
Yeah. It's a
Your favourite
non-offensive flavour.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's probably going to range mid ranking for me. I think it's not the most exciting one.
It's a good amount of sweetness. They're all very, very sweet. This one's a really nice amount of sweetness. It's not overbearing, but it's still there.
So then why don't we jump into, I don't think we ever said round 7, but why don't we jump into round 8, which will be lime flavor.
Round 8.
Yeah. There's your beatbox.
Do you want me to up the tempo?
Hang on, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit too much. And that's how you OD.
All right.
Was
This is our last flavor,
this
lime flavor, yeah. One of Jordan's least favorite flavors of anything because he says that it's too fake.
Jordan's too fake, I find.
The smell is really nice.
Yeah, definitely. It smells good. Very radioactive green flavor.
Flavour? Had some radioactive
My
green
insights.
lately.
My mind should have said color. Radioactive green color.
It's actually quite pleasant.
Yeah, that is really nice. That's really nice.
Very tasty.
And you see, that's the thing. Like, this is a hell of a lot less sweet than all the other ones. You know, it's a different kind of flavor.
Oh, it's slimy.
It's limey.
The slimy bastard here.
it's slimy.
Well,
Just
hold on.
like the salamander.
That's what I do. It's one of the many things I do.
One of the many talents of a salamander.
Yeah.
Man, when you get the salamander in the house, anything's
Oh,
on
yeah.
the table.
Here's another one.
You can't see what he's doing right now, but
No,
it
you
is
can't.
incredible.
It's insane. It's good. That's enough said about that.
Lime, solid.
Mm.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, that was really nice. I don't know if I could eat an entire one. I don't know whether or not that's because I've just
Ooh.
eaten a hell of a
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah,
of
we've
would
eaten
have
like
a
the
lot of
equivalent of like 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Christ.
We're going to put this on the boil later.
Yeah, boil a kettle and pour some in.
Like, oh, this tastes.
Ruin your
watery.
kettle.
So what we like to do now is we will take a moment to concoct our own rankings,
Mhm.
and then we will come back with that. So see you in a few, you fucking loser. And we're back, guys.
Nice
we
one.
have created our individual rankings here. I think mine's going to be quite controversial,
Yeah.
as often I do.
Is it going to be controversial because you're just going to be wrong?
That's usually what it means.
So why don't should we kick off with first or last?
Like
I
going-
reckon
We
last.
do-
Last first.
Yeah, we'll go
So work our way up.
ascending order.
Yeah.
Sure. Harry, do you want to kick us off? So what
Yeah,
do you got
sure.
at number 8? Number
So-
8?
Number 8. Nice.
People are going to hate that.
Yeah. So I put at number 8, I've got fairy floss.
I've got fairy floss as well.
Did not enjoy the fairy floss.
I think, it was fine.
Wasn't as magical as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Actually, fairy floss is the only flavor that I remember not enjoying. All the other flavors I
Really?
enjoyed from varying degrees, but fairy floss is the only one that I was like, I don't really like the way that sits in my mouth. 7, I've got.
and so we'll all say our each
Okay,
of them. Yeah.
sweet.
So I had fairy floss as well. Tyler, what do you have?
My
Number
last
8?
one was orange.
You son of a bitch.
I just think it's too basic. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
basic.
I will switch when it comes to the crunch.
When it comes to Captain Crunch.
Oh, mate. I'll
Always.
follow that man to hell and back.
At number 7, Harry, what do you got?
I got blackcurrant.
Wow.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
I got raspberry.
Oh,
Really?
you
Yeah.
bastard.
I mean, I liked it and I really liked it, but there were just flavors that I enjoyed more.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It was a good flavor. It was a solid flavor. I could tell it was well flavored, but it didn't speak to me personally. You know,
Yeah, no, I just had to put the black currant because it just, I guess, similar.
because you're
but-
racist.
I'm
If it was
vapidly-
a white currant,
vapidly
you'd
racist.
be right at the top of the list, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, currently, yeah.
Number 6,
I have-
Bubblegum.
Yeah, bubblegum. Yeah,
bubble
same.
bubblegum. We all
We all did that?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
really?
That's
It wasn't anything
was-
special.
It was fine. Like, yeah, and again, none of them are bad. None of them are particularly. I didn't dislike any of them, but it was, yeah,
Yep.
not as good, but better than the other ones that I put lower.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Number 5,
My number 5, I had the Ferrofloss.
I had orange.
I had cola.
Okay.
Bit of spread there.
Yeah, I
That's
think
good there.
the cola for
Mm.
me was just, it tasted like cola flavor, like Slurpee, and I'm like, and for some reason I'm just like, man, I would never pick this flavor.
Yeah.
If this was in Slurpee form, I would never choose it. Why would I choose it over these? If all these flavors were in Slurpee form, there's no way that I would choose that.
You got so much more
I would
variety.
choose so many other things first.
Fair dues.
I feel like orange and cola are both very kind of mildish, simple flavors, and they deserve to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. So for number 4, I've got orange.
Well, my number 4 is
I've got-
cola.
Yeah, I got cola.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's funky.
A lot of trending going on here, Mitchell.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Number 3 then.
I had raspberry
I
there.
have pineapple.
I had pineapple as well.
Uh-huh.
Pineapple was surprisingly good.
It really pined my apples.
Okay. I don't know what you define your apples as being, but
Did
Well,
it
you know
rasp your berries?
No.
did it black your currants?
Jeez. Number 2.
Hey,
I got
two.
I got pineapple as well.
I got pie flavor.
Pie flavor.
4 and 20 pies.
Oh yes. You know, I only figured out recently why they're called that.
4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie.
That's it.
No,
No,
it's
that's
'cause 420 blaze it, man. When you're feeling a little hungry, you munch on a 420 pie, baby.
Smoke a doob, smack a cone ski.
You know when because they're frozen.
Punch
you drill
darts, break hearts.
They're frozen, so you drill a hole through them and you make it into a little.
You smoke
bong.
it. You smoke a 4 and 20 pie.
There could be nothing more Australian
Smoking
than
a pie.
than
God, that's Darrow.
making a 4 and 20 pie into a bong.
4 and 20 pie bong. That's good.
You've reached the pinnacle at that point.
That's the pinnacle of Australian ingenuity.
That's what we're bringing to the table. When
a friend of mine who I will not name, made a pipe out of a Nintendo 64 controller.
Wow. That's cool.
Got on him. Yeah.
That's great. Did it still work?
I saw it at his house. I haven't seen it, like, I don't know,
In
maybe
use.
someone stole it or if it broke, but yeah. I was like, oh, nice.
Cool.
looks like it works. Good job.
Yeah, no, my number 2 was pineapple.
Mine was raspberry.
Interesting, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, blackcurrant's just a personal favorite of mine, for reasons that I discussed earlier. It's just close to my heart, and it held up to what I thought it was going to be.
And I feel
Then-
like we all have
We
this.
all have
We all have
number
lime
one.
as number
Yeah.
1 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Was
really
lime-
strong.
Very floss.
I think lime would probably be a flavor that people wouldn't go for necessarily. They'd
But
be
it was
like,
so
whoa,
good.
It was so
well,
good.
mum, fairy floss flavor. Give me the
cola.
Oh, don't give me the
Give me
lime
E.
flavor.
coli.
Give me a cola, bitch.
Give me E. coli. Lime flavor. There you go.
There you go.
So, should we try to create a
I mean,
communal ranking out of this?
I
then?
think the people deserve it.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
so number 1
It's gonna be lime.
is going to be fairy floss. No, scrapping. We all had lime as number 1, but we're scrapping that.
We'll go
Yeah,
for
putting lime as number 1.
Yeah,
What do we
mine
all have
was
as our number
one.
2 again?
Mine was raspberry.
mine was pineapple. Raspberry was my 3rd.
Pineapple was
I
my
had
3rd.
pineapple 3rd.
I feel
Do we
pineapple.
pineapple?
You can put pineapple
knock
up too.
pineapple up.
Yeah,
I'm
pineapple
comfortable
up.
with that.
Knock pineapple up.
See what he's doing.
So number 3 then. What did we all have?
I had raspberry for my number 3.
And then
we
both had pineapple.
but my raspberry was 2. Where was your raspberry?
Mine was 7.
Oh shit!
So I feel like that's
No,
going to
that's gonna
place
affect it.
mid because
Yeah.
I'm happy to put that at like 4.
yeah,
or
okay. Well, then we're just
raspberry,
going to
yeah.
figure out 3.
So
Cola?
where did you guys place blackcurrant? You
Seventh.
fairly
I had
low.
7th.
Yeah, that's right.
Was not a fan.
And I think
Look, both cola and orange, as I said before, need to be somewhere in the middle. I don't
Yeah.
think either of them deserve to be top 3
Which is why I think raspberry should be top 3.
yeah, sure, I can
because no way in hell is fairy floss and bubblegum
No,
getting
no.
in my top 3.
No.
totally.
That's out of the question.
Yeah, okay, I'm happy to put raspberry
Yeah.
number 3,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then we'll
Number
do.
3 raspberry.
Orange over cola or cola over orange?
We both had orange at 4, didn't we?
I had orange at 5, but I think
You had cola
orange.
at 4.
Yeah, I think orange
so
should.
Did
cola
you
at
did you
4.
both have? What did you have as 4 and 5?
Cola at 4. My 5 was the fairy floss, but
Okay.
I'm willing to
I-
let that go to
Well,
the
so
bottom.
you both had cola for 4.
Yeah.
Then I had it as 5, so I'm happy to have cola at
And
4,
then orange
and then
for
orange at
5.
5.
And
Um,
then I'm willing to bump blackcurrant up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think blackcurrant deserves to be
6.
above the weird ass flavors.
And then bubblegum over fairy floss
yeah.
or other way around.
Which one did we have first?
I had bubblegum at 6.
Bubblegum was the one we had before fairy floss.
I think we all had bubblegum above fairy floss.
Okay. I
Like
think
in tasting order.
You're looking at your list. What?
No, he's talking about tasting order.
No, like
Oh,
tasting
sorry.
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consecutive.
I'm just like, what?
no, I don't write any English. I can't understand.
It's very. You can write in other languages, but
Yeah.
you can't read them afterwards.
It was the worst decision I've ever made.
It's a very particular set of skills. I
Very
wasted a lot of time.
perfecting.
So then we all bubblegum and then fairy floss.
Bubblegum, fairy floss.
There we go. That's it.
That's it.
That's sorry, Doug Holt. You fucking idiot. That's
Dumbass.
You're slandering my friends here, Mitchell.
I hope he hears that at the gym and then cries openly in front of everyone.
Well, I feel like a gym's quite an accepting place.
I feel like it is not. If
Yeah,
someone
they'll
sees
be
you
like,
cry
"Oh,
while
you're
you're
crying,
mid-workout,
you
they'll be
gotta-
like,
They'll come and
"You-"
lend a hand,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what gyms you've been to, Tyler, but all
Like
of mine make
one?
me feel very uncomfortable.
You've
and
been
like,
to a gym?
Yeah, I used to go to the gym,
I've been once.
and I'm like,
Or
I
maybe
don't feel
twice,
comfortable here. I don't want
I've been
anyone
once.
judging me.
You
I
look
think
like
you're
you've been
judging
a lot.
yourself, Mitchell.
You know what, Tyler? You're right, and I need to go do some soul searching.
All right, well, do that with a bit of lime.
There you have it, guys.
That was it.
I could not
Definitive.
tell you definitively what that list was because I've already forgotten it.
I think
but,
I can remember. So we had
why don't you go for it?
We had
lime,
lime.
pineapple, raspberry, cola, orange, blackcurrant,
And then
bubblegum, fairy floss.
Very close. There you go.
beautiful.
There we go.
That is the definitive ranking of flavors. If anyone else
Feels like
says
they can
differently,
challenge it.
you can comment on this if
You
you
can
see it
just
on
fuck
Facebook,
off.
and then also just DM us your personal address, and we'll come and fight you.
Yeah, you want to like.
But
wanna-
you can pick someone else to fight with us, so it'll be a 2-on-2.
No, you can pick someone to fight in your place, and then we'll
Okay.
have to but we
Just
can't sub
nominate.
out. But you can summon a challenger.
Or you
Okay.
could neck
sub in.
nominate someone, and then you guys need to
Yeah,
beat them.
you can neck us.
You can neck
And
yourself.
then I feel like we shouldn't suggest people. I
Yeah.
mean, we can suggest that they can neck us.
yeah,
but,
sure. Go ahead.
you know,
give it
your best go.
try.
Give us a
I
good
mean,
old
I
neck.
feel like now we're encouraging that too much.
Encouraging them fight.
How about just don't neck anyone?
Yeah. Just have some Zooper Dooper.
But you can fight us.
Sure.
You see us on the street, just be like, Fairy Floss deserves to be number one.
And come at us with your biggest haymaker. Yeah.
In fact, you don't even need a reason to beat up on these lovely boys.
Yeah, just
Start a fight.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would.
I sure as hell don't.
If I saw myself, I'd be like, fucking asshole, look at him.
Little
Maybe
bitch.
we should fight those kids on the bus.
Yeah, sure. The nerdy one and the
dickhead.
opposite one. We saw these two kids on the bus. One was a real nerd and was really annoying. And then one that was this like opposite. It was
Real
like his
sketchy kid.
opposite, but he was equally annoying.
Were they
I don't
hanging
know
out?
if he was equally annoying.
And well, I mean, you thought the nerd was more annoying, and I
Yeah.
thought the sketchy kid would glass me, so, I mean, it's 50-50 split.
I mean,
But
they're
he
both
also
kids.
said thank you to the bus driver,
Yeah, but he also said, like,
and he also said please when he asked to open the door. And I'm like, that shows a level of
he had
respect.
more of a mustache than I do, and he's like, I don't appreciate that.
If you're saying please for him to open up the door, you're a bit of a pansy,
Little
aren't you?
bitch.
You're a bitch. Don't say thank you for him to open the door. It's
His
his
job.
job, man. He should open the door.
I definitely always
Christ.
thank the bus driver. I'm like, yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, dude. I'll give him a wave.
I'm like, yeah, cheers,
I'll give him a
mate.
50.
I'll give
give
him
him
a
a
50. Whoa,
50.
shit.
Thanks for your service.
Is that what you do
today,
with the extra 50 I send you sometimes? You know,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you're
just,
going to
why
flog
do you,
that to
yeah,
a bus
why do you think I
driver?
constantly ask you for an extra 50?
It's like out of the people who deserve it, the
I
people
catch
who
the
work for
I catch the bus
TransLink.
many times a week, and I, 150 is not enough, but that's all I can ask
cannot
of you.
afford.
I don't think it's ethical giving TransLink money because they support the consumption of Tide Pods. Haven't you ever noticed that the TransLink
Oh, these
symbol,
two!
it looks exactly like a Tide Pod.
Maybe you should, instead of eating Tide Pods, you should eat
Super
TransLink property.
Doopers. Oh, yeah, that
TransLink
too.
property.
Yeah, just eat a
Just
whole
go
bus.
and Nosh on a bus.
Actually, if you eat a bus in a shower, it makes makes for a really nice event.
It is quite an experience, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
You're in for a ride.
Some could say eating a bus anywhere would be quite an experience, and they'd be right.
The
Harry.
trick comes into fitting the bus into the shower. That's the
Yeah,
trick.
that's a.
It's not your
the
mouth,
hard
it's the shower.
That's where it gets people.
That's where people usually give up. But the people who stick it through, they're the real winners.
Way to bus in the shower.
Harry, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, mate.
It's been a good time.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks heaps for having me.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's
Is
fun.
there anything that you want to plug?
Well, if you've enjoyed today, just keep your ear to the ground. Keep the name Harry around your ears, just because I'm most probably going to be starting up some internet content.
Yeah. We're friends from uni. We did the same.
Yeah,
You're a creative boy.
I'm a creative boy.
So yeah.
Yeah, going to start filming some skits, going out, getting physical, putting stuff on
Starting
YouTube,
fights.
starting fights.
Yeah.
Do it.
Physical comedy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Thanks heaps. It was a
cheers,
good time.
yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you dear listener, for listening today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you have been like, oh, I know that flavor of Zooper Dooper.
Oh, I know that salamander.
The salamander! Once again, Tyler, where can they find us on social medias?
You can find the Spicy Boys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You can send us an email to spicyboysgmail.com. Yeah, spicyboyspodcast@gmail.com.
That's the one.
And you can... All links to everything are in the description below, as are our links to Redbubble and where you can buy tickets to In the House at Event Cinemas. Make sure you select Maya Center because that's the one that we're at.
Yeah.
If you see us there and you come and say, keep it spicy to us, we will give you a Spicy Boys sticker.
We'll give you a spicy kiss.
We'll give you a big kiss on the lips. Goodness. But yeah, once again, thank you for listening so much to the Spicy Boys podcast, the spiciest podcast in Brisbane. We will be back next week, and maybe Tyler, I haven't told you this, but I might be doing a little bonus episode that might come out later this week.
Ooh.
This is first exclusive mention of that. Be sure to listen when that comes out.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening to the Spicy Boys podcast, the spiciest podcast in Brisbane. We'll be back next week.
That was a bit.
That was nice.
And until then, remember to
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Cake it spakey.
Kevin Spacey. Oh, good stuff.